we are going to do my favorite class today, which is a flow into stillness. So we're going to move through moon salutations, and we're going to repeat them quite often. It's all about articulating the curve and the arching in your back, in your spine. And we're going to move at first through kneeling moon salutations, and then make our way up to standing moon salutations. And then I would like you to flow freely, so you can already, while we're going through the flow, I'm going to remind you to maybe close your eyes and just feel how it feels to find your inner stillness within the movement, make moving meditation out of our flow today. But then after we've learned the flow, if it's new for you, then I'm going to give you a chance to just feel into your body, feel into your heart, into your mind, and move from your inner stillness, moving through the asanas that feel right, the ones in our moon salutation that resonate with you, or maybe even finding your own. So let's get started. Come to sit on your mat, on your bolster. You're going to need a bolster for our Yoga Nidra at the end of our practice, our guided meditation. So if you don't have one, get one now. And then make yourself comfortable. Come into sitting cross-legged. You can also come into hero pose, having the bolster between your thighs, or just coming into what I'm in, or Andrea as well, into Shukrasana, into easy pose, when your heels are in front of each other. And gently ground yourself through your sitting bones. Feel into the curve in your lower back, bringing your spine into neutral with your pubic bone underneath your hip bones, underneath your rib bones. And then gently elongate through the top of your head and feel where your hands want to go. Close your eyes. And for a moment, start focusing on the flow of breath. Just become aware of where you can feel your breath. Maybe it's at the tip of your nose, where the air around you becomes breath. Maybe within your nostrils, in your third eye, in your throat. Maybe in your rib cage. Or maybe there's movement in your tummy. Just take a moment to feel into where you can feel your breath most prominently. Feel into the natural flow of your breath, becoming aware of if it's slow or fast, into the temperature of your breath. If your breathing is soft or deep. And from the natural flow of your breath, start making each inhale as long as the previous exhale. Inhaling maybe on the count of 2, exhaling on the count of 2. Inhaling, feeling now how your chest expands. Exhaling, how your ribs come back together again. Inhaling, feel your ribs expand sideways, front and back, your collarbones rising. Exhaling, feeling your diaphragm rising, your ribs come back together, your collarbones falling. And maybe now start making your breath a little bit longer. If you've inhaled and exhaled on the count of 2, now start inhaling on the count of 3. Filling your lungs completely, and then emptying your lungs completely as well. Inhaling, letting your rib cage expand. Exhaling, letting your lungs empty completely. And now gently feel into your Ujjayi breathing. We've already got the right rhythm. Inhale as long as exhale. But now gently lift your pelvic floor. Imagine lifting the dome shape that your pelvic floor is into a cone shape all the way up to your belly button, hugging your belly button up to the base of your rib cage. And again, inhaling on the count of 3, into your rib cage, expanding it, exhaling on the count of 3. Keeping your Uddiyana Bandha, your stomach locked, your Mula Bandha, your pelvic floor engaged. And lengthening through the top of your head. Take another 3, 4 breath like this. Maybe now even inhaling on the count of 4, exhaling on the count of 4. We're preparing our breath, our rib cage, our lungs for long, equanimous inhales and exhales. And then gently fold your hands in front of your heart center. Inhale and exhale deeply again without focusing on inhale the same length as exhale. Exhale, namaste. And we start. So gently walk your hands forward and you can just kick the bolster behind us to the end of the mat. And we're going to start with some cats and cows. I'm going to come a little bit sideways so you can see me. Let's start really, really easily. So our middle fingers are always facing forward, straight forward. And our fingers are spread, thumbs are looking at each other, and our wrists are right underneath our elbows, right underneath our shoulders. Our knees are underneath our hips. And from here, on the exhale, press your hands into the mat and gently lift your belly button up. Just a little cat, really nice and gentle. On the inhale, let your front ribs, your floating ribs drop, arch your back and look up. Good. On the next exhale, always work with your breath. So when the exhale comes naturally, you round your back again. You pull your pubic bone towards your nose, your belly button up. Inhaling again, reaching into cow pose, looking up a little bit higher. Pull your front ribs low, relax your belly button, lift your tailbone. And then on the next natural exhale, round your back again, pressing your hands into the mat again, lifting your collarbones, pulling your chin onto your chest, bringing your pubic bone closer to your chin, to your nose, hugging your belly button upwards. And then on the next natural inhale, arch your back again. Let your tummy relax, front ribs open towards the floor, your shoulder blades come gently together, your sitting bones lift, your tailbone lifts. Good. On the next natural inhale then, round your back again, go a little bit deeper again. Really hug your chin onto your chest, press your hands into the mat, elbow pits are looking forward, belly button is up, front ribs are in, pelvic floor is lifted, the insides of your thighs gently pull together, your knees are pressed into the mat. And then when the next inhale comes, you arch your back again, you gently bend your elbows backwards, bringing them a little bit towards your thighs. Your thighs pull forwards, your elbows pull backwards, your front ribs pull down, your shoulder blades move together. Maybe wriggle your head a little bit left and right just to make sure that you don't curl up your neck like this, but that you elongate through the top of your head. You want a really long spine, it doesn't want to be bent in any place. On the next natural exhale, round your spine again. Coming back into cat, your hands are pressing into the mat. Your knees are pressing into the mat, the insides of your thighs pull together, your pelvic floor is lifting, your belly button is lifting all the way to your spine. Your front ribs are pulling in, your chin is on your chest, you round your back as much as you can. And on the next natural inhale, gently bend your elbows a little bit more, coming into a deeper cow still, pulling your shoulders back, bringing your belly button as close to the mat as you can, lifting your tailbone a little bit higher, tilting your pelvis. Good. Pulling your thighs towards your arms towards your thighs, lengthening through your neck. And one more. Exhaling, rounding your back, come into the deepest variation, into the deepest rounding of the spine. Bringing your thighs, engaging your thighs, bringing them closer together. Your chin onto your chest, pubic bone as close to your nose as you can, your shoulder blades wide away from each other, chin on your chest. Inhaling again and come into your deepest cow pose. Bringing your shoulder blades together, bending your elbows backwards a little bit more, arching your back, lifting your sitting bones, lengthening your neck. And then on the next inhale, come back into neutral. And from neutral into a downward facing dog. So tuck your toes under and then gently lift your knees off the mat. Keep your knees bent, shift your weight back into your feet, lifting up. Bringing your thighs as close to your tummy as you can. Gently lifting up a little bit more. Now inhale deeply and lift your tailbone a little bit more. Exhale, bring your thighs closer to your ribs, to your tummy. Inhale again. And then on the exhale, gently lengthen your heels a little bit, pulling them down, lengthen your legs. Keep the extension in your spine, reaching up through your sitting bones. The most important part in a downward facing dog is always this strong, long lower back. You don't want to have it rounded. If it rounds naturally, bend your knees a little bit more. It's always that when you are here and your heels are on the mat, your lower back is overstretched. So bend your knees, lifting up and lift up through your sitting bones. So your downward facing dog, if it's looking like this, with your heels off the mat, your knees bent, is absolutely perfect. Stay for another breath, reaching up a little bit more through your sitting bones, through your tailbone, rotating your elbow pits to look forward or at each other. And then on the exhale, bring your knees onto the mat and walk your fingers forward into a child's pose. Let your forehead rest on the mat, but make it an active child's pose. So walk your fingers forward, your elbows are off the mat, and now you round and extend your lower back. You pull your tailbone down, your sitting bones want to reach your heels, and you want to feel the stretch from your fingertips to your elbow pits to your armpits. Lengthening through your side body. Stay for a moment. Inhaling and exhaling. And now on the next inhale, gently roll up your spine to sitting, pulling your hands in, let them slide over the mat, rolling up your spine to a rounded back, bringing your hands to the sides of your hips, and then inhale. Again, reaching them out to the side. Let your palms touch above your head. Look at your palms. On the exhale, bring your hands in front of your heart center, bring your spine into neutral. Inhale again, reach your arms out in the big full moon shape, letting your hands touch above your head. And then on the exhale, fold forward into a child's pose. Again, make it an active child's pose, walking your fingertips forward so you get a nice stretch. Your tailbone is still pulling down, your spine is gently rounded here. Your forehead can rest on the mat. Inhale and exhale deeply. And on the next inhale, dig your palms into the mat, bend your elbows, pull yourself forward, keeping your body low over the mat, moving into knees, chest and chin, and then from knees, chest and chin into a cobra. Good. From here, tuck your toes under and lift your hips up into a downward facing dog. Good. Look between your thighs as you can again keep your knees bent. The only important thing is your sitting bones and your tailbone lifting up. Inhale and exhale here. Inhale, bring your knees onto the mat, into a baby cow like we did just now. Gently arch your spine, and then on the exhale, untuck your toes and come back into child's pose. Pulling your shoulder blades down your spine when you're in child's pose while your fingers are walking forward. And then on the next inhale, roll up again, all through your spine, fingertips dragging along the mat, reaching up above your head. Let your palms meet, and then exhale, hands in front of your heart center. So this is our little flow. It's not too hard, is it? We can do it. Okay. So we're going to do this quite a few times until it really becomes ingrained in our memory, and we can just close our eyes and flow through it. Slowly, slowly, we're going to really move breath by breath. For the next round, we're going to do it slowly again. So on the inhale, reach your arms up again. Let your palms meet above your head. And then on the exhale, pull your hands down, fingers in front of your heart. Inhale, reach them up again. And then on the exhale, let's start. Fold forward into child's pose. Inhale, dig your fingers into the mat. Pull yourself forward, moving as close to the mat as you can, almost like a reptile. Into a cobra. Elbows close to your sides. Lengthen through the top of your head, just like in the cow pose. So don't throw your head back. It's all about the extension of your spine. Then tuck your toes under, bend your knees, shift your hips back, moving into a downward facing dog, your variation of it. Inhaling, looking up, bringing your knees back onto the mat, into baby cow. And from baby cow back into child's pose. Forehead on the mat, stretch through your side body. Inhaling, rolling up your spine. Bringing your hands up above your head. And exhaling, hands in front of your heart center. Let's continue. Inhaling, reaching your arms up. Now start imagining moving through honey, so through something really sticky. Moving forward into child's pose. Calm and controlled. Inhaling into knees, chest and chin, low over the mat. Into cobra. And exhaling, tucking your toes under, pushing back, lifting up into downward facing dog. And on the next inhale, bring your knees back down into cow pose. And gently exhale into rounded spine in child's pose. Inhaling, rolling your spine up again. Reaching your arms up above your head. And exhaling, hands in front of your heart. Inhaling, reaching up again. Going to come sideways so you can see me better. Exhaling into child's pose. Really walk your fingers forward here. Inhaling, pushing yourself forward into knees, chest and chin. And into cobra. And here from cobra, bending your knees, tucking your toes under. You can stay all the time here. In a bent knee, downward facing dog, lifting up here. So it doesn't have to be a really deep one. On the inhale, come back onto your knees. Into baby cow. Arching your back, and when you push back in child's pose, see how your lower back rounds. Inhaling, bringing your hands out to the sides, reaching up. And exhaling, hands in front of your heart. Inhaling, reaching up again. And then exhaling, folding forward into child's pose. Inhaling. Knees, chest and chin and cobra. And exhaling, tucking your toes under, moving back into downward facing dog, your variation. And then knees down, arch your back into baby cow. And exhaling into child's pose. Rolling up into sitting, into arching your back, opening your heart, hands up above your head. Exhaling, fold your hands in front of your heart. Keep moving, every move, one breath now. Inhaling as you reach up. Exhaling as you fold forward. Inhaling, knees, chest and chin and cobra. Exhaling into downward facing dog. Inhaling, knees on the mat. Arch your back, baby cow. And exhaling into child's pose. Inhaling, rolling up your spine. And this round, focus on feeling into moving through honey, through maple syrup. Hands in front of your heart. Inhaling, really feel how difficult, how hard it is to move through this liquid. Exhaling, folding forward into child's pose. Inhaling, pushing yourself through knees, chest and chin into cobra. And exhaling, tucking your toes under into downward facing dog. Inhaling, bringing your knees back onto the mat, arching your back, and exhaling back into child's pose. Maybe close your eyes now. Inhaling, reaching up, and exhaling, folding forward, child's pose. Inhaling, knees, chest and chin and cobra. Exhaling into downward facing dog. Inhaling, into baby cow, knees on the mat, arch your back. Exhaling into child's pose. Inhaling, rolling up your spine, reaching up. And exhaling, hands in front of our heart. Inhaling, reaching up, moving through honey, reaching forward without falling, moving consciously, mindfully into knees, chest and chin and into cobra. And exhaling, rounding your spine. Coming up into downward facing dog, into neutral. And on the next inhale, into baby cow. And exhaling into child's pose. Inhaling, rolling up your spine, reaching your heart, arms up, arch your back. Exhaling, coming into neutral. Inhaling, reaching up, one more. And exhaling, folding forward. Keep your eyes closed if you can, moving through the flow, knees, chest and chin, cobra. And exhaling, downward facing dog, bringing your spine into neutral. Inhaling, baby cow, arch your back, open your heart. Exhaling, rounding your spine, forehead on the mat. Inhaling, reaching up again. Exhaling, hands in front of your heart. Let's continue moving. We're going to come into standing moon salutations. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, knees, chest and chin into cobra. Exhaling into downward facing dog. Now from here, come onto the tips of your left toes, reach your right leg up and gently hug your thigh into your chest, moving forward, shoulders above your wrists, and step your right foot to the front of the mat. Your left knee goes down, your hands reach up into a lunge, and then on the exhale, your hands go back down onto the sides of your right foot. You step your left foot in into a forward bend. And on the inhale, roll up your spine, big full moon with your arms, reaching your arms up, coming into a back bend. Good. Exhaling, hands in front of your heart. Inhaling, all the way back down, reaching up again. Exhaling, rolling forward. Good, look at your knees. Inhale, look up. Step your right foot back, right knee onto the mat. Reaching your arms up, one fluid movement. And exhale, hands back onto the mat, step your left foot back, tuck your right toes under, into downward facing dog. Inhaling into baby cow, knees on the mat. Exhaling into child's pose. Inhaling, rolling up your spine, reaching your arms up above your head. And exhaling, hands in front of your heart. Inhaling, reaching up again. Let's do the other side. Exhaling, moving through honey, consciously, mindfully, reaching forward, knees, chest and chin in cobra, inhale, exhaling, downward facing dog. Inhaling, coming onto the tips of your right toes, left leg goes up, hugs in, moves forward, so you've got lots of space, bring your right knee down, reaching your arms up, and exhaling, bringing your hands back down. Stepping your right foot in into a forward bend, nose to your knees. Inhaling, bringing your arms out to the side, rolling your spine up, coming into a back bend here. And exhaling, hands in front of your heart. Good. Let's come back down. Inhaling, reaching up, arching your back. Exhaling, folding forward, looking at your knees. Inhale, step your left foot back, left knee onto the mat. Reach your arms up into your back bend. And then exhale, bring your hands reaching forward to the sides of your right foot. Step your right foot back into downward facing dog. And then inhale, bring your knees onto the mat, arch your back, baby cow. Exhaling into child's pose. Inhaling, rolling up your spine again, reaching up. And exhaling, hands in front of your heart into neutral. Inhaling, arching your back again. Exhaling, rounding your spine in child's pose. Inhale, moving forward into knees, chest and chin in cobra. Arching your spine. Exhaling into downward facing dog. Through rounding into neutral. Inhale, step your right foot forward, reach it up, move it forward, left knee goes down. Coming into a lunge, into a back bend. Open your heart. Exhale, when you move forward, reach forward. Bring your hands to the sides of your right foot. Step your left foot in, nose to your knees. Inhaling, rolling up your spine. Coming to standing and into a back bend. And exhaling, back into neutral. Inhaling, reaching your arms up in your back bend. Exhaling, rolling up your spine. Coming into a forward bend here. Inhaling, stepping your left foot back, left knee onto the mat. Reaching your arms up. Good. Exhaling, moving your hands forward again. And then stepping your right foot back into downward facing dog. Inhaling, bringing your knees back onto the mat, looking up. And exhaling into child's pose. Inhaling, rolling up your spine, reaching your arms up. Good. And exhaling, hands in front of your heart. Let's do one more. Inhaling, reaching up. And exhaling, folding forward. Inhaling, knees, chest and chin. into cobra. Exhaling into downward facing dog. Inhale, step your right foot forward. Bringing your knee onto the mat, coming into your back bend. Exhaling, bringing your hands onto the mat, stepping your left foot in. Inhaling, rolling up your spine, coming up into a back bend. Exhaling, hands in front of your heart. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling, folding forward. Inhale, step your right foot back, right knee onto the mat, reaching up into a lunge. Exhaling, hands onto the mat, step your left foot back into downward dog. Inhale, back into baby cow, arching your back. Exhaling, rounding your back. Inhaling, coming up, arms up above your head. Exhaling, hands in front of your heart. Inhaling again. And exhaling into child's pose. Inhaling, moving through knees, chest and chin. Into cobra. And exhaling into downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left foot up, hug it into your chest, bringing it forward, bringing your right knee onto the mat, arching. And then exhaling, bringing your hands to the sides of your left foot, tucking your right foot under, step it back into down dog. Inhale, knees on the mat, into cow. And exhaling into child's pose. Rolling up your spine, coming back up to sitting. And exhaling, hands in front of your heart. Inhaling, reaching up again. Exhaling, folding forward. Inhaling, knees, chest and chin and cobra. Exhaling, tucking your toes under, downward facing dog. Come onto the tips of your right toes, left leg goes up, left neck hugs in, step it forward, right knee goes onto the mat. Inhaling, reach it up. Exhaling, fold forward, step your right foot in, look at your knees. Inhaling, rolling up your spine, reaching up. Exhaling, hands in front of your heart. Inhaling, arching into your back bend. Exhaling, rounding, folding forward. Inhaling, stepping your left foot back, left knee onto the mat, reaching your arms up into your back bend. Exhaling again, moving through honey, stepping your hands down. Right foot moves back into downward facing dog. Inhale, bring your knees back onto the mat, arch your back. And exhaling into child's pose. Rolling up your spine, coming back up into sitting, arching your back. And exhaling, hands in front of your heart. Let's do a little bit less again, reaching your arms up and exhaling, folding forward into child's pose. Stay here for 5 breaths. Just feel into the flow of your breath, into the movement and into the stillness. The repetition of movement has brought into your mind. It was always the same sequence, and moving takes our attention of what is happening in our mind, brings it into our body, and calms our minds like this. So enjoy that for another breath or 2. And then I'm going to walk you through one more round of half moon salutations, all the way up to downward facing dog. And then you can flow by yourself. So on the next inhale, roll up your spine. Come back up to sitting, bring your arms up above your head. And exhale, hands in front of your heart. Inhaling, reaching up again, arching your back. Exhaling, folding forward, hands forward on your mat. Inhaling, moving into knees, chest and chin and cobra. And exhaling into downward facing dog, your variation. Inhaling, bend your knees again, knees on the mat, coming into baby cow. And exhaling into child's pose. From child's pose, roll up your spine, inhale, arms up above your head, open your heart. Exhaling, coming into neutral. So start flowing on your own, every breath, one movement. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. finding your own flow, feeling into which variation of the moon salutations you want to do. Following your breath, maybe closing your eyes again. Just feeling into what your body wants, what your body needs, and responding to it. You can do full moon salutations, stepping forward, arching your back. You can add positions that feel right for yourself. Just let yourself flow with your breath, doing whatever feels good for you. Moving breath by breath, feeling into the movement your breath brings into the body, which is your vinyasa, and linking every movement to it. When you arch your spine, you inhale. When you round your spine, you exhale. Feeling into which movement feels good, or maybe stay a little bit in an asana that feels particularly good for you. And then whenever you had enough, you can just find stillness in child's pose, or you can continue moving. I'm going to give you the time to move through another few rounds. Don't forget to always reconnect with your breath, feeling into how it moves your chest, and how this movement then flows through your whole body. Continue your round wherever you are. And in a few breaths' time, you all meet in child's pose. This time a very relaxed child's pose, letting your elbows sink onto the mat, your forehead sink onto the mat. Maybe you want to bring your hands to the sides of your feet, your arms to the sides of your legs. Finding a position that feels right, that feels relaxed for you. And in this child's pose now, feel into the stillness that a static position can bring into your body. Child's pose is always very restorative because our spine is rounded, our rib cage protects our internal organs, the strong muscles in our back are being stretched and kind of protect us like the shell of a turtle or a tortoise. So enjoy that feeling of stillness in the asana. Gently letting your breath calm back down. Going back to neutral, to the natural flow of your breath. And then on the next inhale, slowly roll up your spine again, come back to sitting. And then from sitting, you can make yourself comfortable for our guided meditation or Yoga Nidra. You can use the bolster and use it as a pillow, or you can place it underneath your knees. So whatever you feel like. You want a second one? No. After all those arching and rounding of our spine, it might be that your lower back needs a little bit more support. So it's a good idea to do place the bolster underneath your knees, so your lower back is flat on the mat and gets a little bit of support. Otherwise, the natural arch of your lower back is always what we're looking for. But if you feel after all those arching, rounding, that your lower back needs a bit of help, place the bolster underneath your knees. Do you want an eye pillow? Yay, good, I'll bring you one. There you go. So make yourself comfortable on your mat, make all adjustments, everything you need. And we're going to do my favorite guided meditation. It's a journey to inner stillness. So let your toes drop out to the sides. Feel where your arms want to go. They don't necessarily have to be by your sides. They can be on your abdomen, on your hips, wherever you feel that they need to go. And then take a few breaths of just arriving on your mat. And after all this flow, now feel into how good it feels to just let your body fall into the mat. Let your spine relax, letting your body become heavy. Feel into the natural flow of your breath again, without changing anything. Just observe it, feel into it. And then take a slow, long, deep breath in. Hold it for a moment. And then slowly exhale. Allow all tension to melt away as you gradually relax more and more deeply with each breath. Take another long, slow, deep breath in. Hold it. And when it feels right, exhale. Empty your lungs completely with the out-breath. And then take a third deep breath in. Take your time. Hold it for a moment. And then let it go. And already you're beginning to drift into a state of deep relaxation. Continue to breathe slowly and gently and relax. And then bring your awareness to the top of your head and imagine a feeling of relaxation beginning to spread down from the top of your head, from your scalp. Let the muscles of your forehead and of your temples relax. Allow your eyes to relax. Let your cheeks and your jaw soften. And let go of all tension in your face. And then let this peaceful, relaxing feeling flow down your neck, into the muscles of your shoulders. Let them sink into the mat. And breathe. Let relaxation flow down your arms from your shoulders to the tips of your fingers. And you feel as your body relaxes, your mind starts to relax too. Your thoughts become weightless, like wisps of clouds in the wind. Now let this sensation of relaxation flow through your chest, through your stomach. Feel how your stomach gently rises and falls with your breath. Slowly, deeply, soothing and relaxing. And then bring your attention to your back, resting on the mat. And feel this relaxing sensation flow all the way from your shoulders, your neck, down your spine, to your hips. Relax your buttocks, the back of your thighs, the front of your thighs. Feel all those large, strong muscles relaxing and becoming loose and heavy. Let your legs relax, your calves, your spine. Let your ankles relax. Let your feet relax. And your entire body soft, calm, and relaxed. And now it's time to leave the external world behind and go on an inner journey. A journey to a place of deep inner stillness. Imagine that you're standing on a white, sandy beach. It's early in the morning, and a light, hazy mist surrounds you. The sun is rising slowly, and you can feel its warm orange light on your face and on your body. You're feeling content, at ease, relaxed. The sand beneath your bare feet is soft and warm. There's a light breeze that caresses your face. And you look around. The beach around you is deserted. You have it all to yourself, and you have all the time in the world. You listen to the relaxing sound of the ocean. Its waves are gently breaking on the shore. You begin to walk slowly through the mist towards the water. And you see a small boat waiting for you. The boat is comfortable and steady. And you notice that it's tied to the shore with a strong rope. You walk to the water's edge and you step into the boat. You're feeling completely at peace, completely safe, and completely relaxed. And when you're ready, you untie the rope and you let it go. You relax, and you allow the natural currents of the ocean to guide you away from the beach. Your boat drifts smoothly. It rocks ever so gently in the water. And this rocking motion relaxes you even more deeply. The sun is now higher in the sky. Its light has gathered strength. And you notice that the mist that surrounds you is beginning to evaporate. You can see the air becoming clearer and clearer. And you watch as the sun's rays dissolve all of the mist. You can now see clearly in all directions. It is as though a veil has been lifted. Sparkling ocean water surrounds you on all sides. And in front of you, a small island comes into view. Your boat moves closer and closer to the island, gliding slowly and effortlessly through the water. The island is drenched in sunlight. It's covered in tropical palm trees that sway gently in the breeze. And your boat glides forward until it comes to rest on the shore. You have arrived. You step out of the boat and you take a moment to appreciate this place of sublime beauty. Exotic birds dance from tree to tree, and brilliantly colored flowers grow in abundance. The air itself seems to shimmer with pure, luminous energy, and you can hear the soothing sounds of the wind as it passes through the trees. In this place, you're free from all memories of the past. You're free from all concerns about the future. You're free from all responsibilities. This is a place of total peace, and it is all yours. You notice an opening between the palm trees, and in the center of this opening, there's a narrow path that leads deep into a rich green forest. You begin your journey into the heart of the forest. You follow the path as it meanders through columns of ancient trees. This forest seems familiar to you, like a memory of a pleasant dream or a place you have visited as a child. You walk deeper into the forest. You're guided by a force that you trust and that makes you feel safe and nurtured and still. You have reached the very heart of the forest, and before you is a shimmering pond of crystal clear water, a pond of perfect stillness. The pond is round, and it brims with pure spring water. You notice that the water is perfectly still, free from even the slightest ripple. And there is a ladder with 3 steps that lead down into the water. You decide to take a bath in this magical pond, and you undress. You take the first step down into the pond, and you notice that the wind has eased. All the trees have become motionless. And as each moment passes, the world around you becomes more and more calm. And you yourself, you become more and more still. And as you lower yourself onto the second step, all the birds in the forest become quiet. And their silence is deep and comforting. You now lower yourself onto the third and final step. And you glide into the water. You feel yourself sliding into a deep state of relaxation. In this pond, your thoughts simply melt away. All is still and all is silent. The only sound that remains is the sound of waves far off in the distance. Your mind seems to expand, and you feel timeless, vast, empty, and relaxed. So for the next few minutes, just enjoy this experience of inner stillness, of inner silence and solitude. And when thoughts arise, simply let them go and return your awareness to the sound of the waves in the distance. And when it's time to return, I will guide you home. Whenever thoughts arise, just let them go again. And then slowly bring your awareness back to the pond. You're deeply relaxed and refreshed. And now it's time to make your way back home. Slowly begin to climb the ladder again. As your foot touches the lowest rung, you notice how wonderful your body feels. You feel light, you feel clear, you feel happy. It's all good. You step up to the second rung, and the sound of birdsong returns. And now as you step up to the first rung of the ladder. As your foot touches the step, the breeze returns and the trees begin to sway again. You dress yourself and you follow the path back to your boat. You arrive back at the entrance to the forest, and your boat is there waiting for you, just where you left it. You walk to the water's edge and you climb into the boat. You feel relaxed and secure, and you know that the boat will bring you home safely. The journey is effortless and calm. Like all moments of your life, effortless and calm. You sit back, you relax, and you allow the current to guide you. And you arrive back on the beach. You step out of your boat and slowly make your way back onto your yoga mat in your home. So slowly you become aware of your breathing again. Give yourself a good stretch. Start moving maybe through your fingertips, through the tips of your toes, reaching your arms up above your head, pointing your toes, flexing your feet, reaching up, giving yourself a good stretch, and then whenever you feel ready, you come onto your side, hugging your knees into your chest and just connecting to the ground again for a moment, keeping this feeling of relaxation with you, of deep inner stillness, being grounded. And then when you feel ready, slowly, with your eyes closed, come back up to sitting. Bring a gentle smile onto your face and fold your hands in front of your heart center. And rub your palms together, gently warming them up. And place your palms on your eyes. With a smile, thank your body, thank your mind for your practice time on the mat, for this journey into your own deep inner stillness. Let your hands slide down over your cheeks, over your throat, your chest, your tummy, the insides of your thighs, your calves, all the way down to your hips. And then rub your palms together again. Place all your positive energy into your palms, this feeling of effortlessness that guides you through your life. And place your palms on your ears, giving yourself another big smile, bless yourself, and spread this positive energy, the effortlessness, over the back of your head, your neck, down your shoulders, down your spine, over your hips, your thighs, your knees, your shins, all the way down to the tips of your toes. Namaste.